Hey friends, thanks for tuning in. This is a podcast where I speak on feelings, sex, friendship, and whatever else makes you uncomfortable. Join me on my journey as I give you something worth listening to. Hello, welcome aboard. Thank you for tuning in to a brand new episode of Something Worth Listening to. I know you guys are so excited, so am I. You just love hearing my voice every week. Does it turn you on? I bet it turns you on. Oh, yeah. I know I had said last week that I have nothing to share with you, but I think I do because I'm upset. So I guess this episode is more for me, like venting, than actually for you listening. But I still appreciate you listening. You're going to see how fucked up I really am. I am highly overwhelmed at the moment. Why are you overwhelmed, Kendra? What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. I started school again, and I am not motivated in the slightest, okay? I listened to Bitch Bible by Jackie. I don't know her last name. I just started listening to it. But she is literally like the solo podcasting queen. So I've been told, and I did my research, and she fucking is. She's great. I listened to Call Her Daddy, Alex. If you guys listen to her and pay attention, like she's no longer with Sophia anymore. They don't speak, and she's taken this journey on by herself as well, and she's been doing so great. Oh my god, this bitch deadass interviewed Miley Cyrus. Like, what the fuck? That's Hannah Montana, bro. If you paid attention to Disney Channel and you were like a Disney Channel fucking fanatic like myself, that's big. That's a big deal. Who says you cannot get paid by freaking talking shit and saying whatever you want? Point is, bringing those two women up is that this is what I want to do. I don't want to go back to school. I have no interest in going back to school unless it's for taking the radio class. I'm taking a radio class and I'm so freaking excited because they're teaching about podcasting, the producing, the networking, and hopefully monetizing. You know, I love speaking and I love speaking to you guys, but a bitch is trying to get some money to be talking her shit. You know, like a bitch is trying to get paid for talking some shit. I don't just want to be on here not trying to make a living. They say if you love doing something, find a way to get paid. And that's what I'm about to do. I'm manifesting it. I'm praying to God that by this time next year, my podcast will be monetized and there will be people out there who enjoy listening to me. And hopefully I'm not doing this shit for free anymore. I feel like right now I'm in a desperate time. Actually, not desperate. Let me explain. When the world shut down, I was just getting my life together. I was paying off my debt. I was increasing my credit score. And I was actually being ahead. I was able to buy this mic and actually start my podcast. I've already said I've been talking about it for years. Wow, definitely a drag. I've been talking about it for a year. If you hear that bird in the background, he's being hella disrespectful. Sorry. Squawking like I'm not trying to speak to my people. Now that the world is reopened, I am stuck again because I only make enough money to be able to feed myself until the next time I get paid. When the world was closed, I was saving every single cent that I got because my end goal is to move out of here by December. When I say out of here, I mean my parents' house. There's nothing wrong with living in my parents' house, but I am gonna be 24 next week, and I just feel like I'm ready for my own space. They aren't strict, they aren't bad people, yada yada yada, like I get fed here. But I'm just ready to listen to some wet ass pussy without my mom being like, damn sis, like, are you a whore? Like, did I raise a whore? I'm ready to just walk around my own home in a sports bra and booty shorts. That did sound like a whorish thing to do, but just be comfortable. Not that I'm not comfortable here, but I'm just, If you're in your own place right now, fuck off. I hate you. And if you're not, then you feel me. Like, unless you like being like a scrub. But if you have a job and you pay your shit and you pay rent, then you're not a scrub. But if you're a bum and you just leech off your parents, you're a bum. Point is, I'm poor again. And I'm not poor because I do have money saved up, but it's not enough to where I can be like, listen, here's first month, second month, third month, and rent for my dog. Because when I move out of here, the first thing I'm gonna get is a dog. I don't care if my house isn't furnished. I don't care if I have a pot to fucking piss in. I'm getting a big black lab and I'm going to name him Shaka. All this brings me to say that I think I am going to drop all of my classes this semester and only focus on my radio class. I've come to a point where I think I'm only going to school because my parents want me to go to school. That pressure, don't want to live with it anymore. And the crazy part is, they don't apply pressure as in, you need to go be a doctor, you need to go be a lawyer. I don't think they give a shit about what classes I take. They don't pay attention to those kind of things, or they're not really into my schoolwork. I mean, as they shouldn't be, because this is my responsibility. But it's a type of unspoken pressure where it's like, yeah, well, you know, you need something to fall back on in case talking shit doesn't work for the rest of your life. That's smart, but I don't want to do it anymore. Not necessarily because of school itself, which school is not for everybody. Some people are good at it, some people are not. It's just a simple fact of this fucking global pandemic, okay? I am the type of person that I have to be in the setting to want to do it. There are way too many distractions in my home. It's not easy to focus when I have a fridge full of food, a TV full of streaming platforms, and a phone with all these phone numbers and social media access on it. They're like, oh, well, just because you're home, like, it'll be better. No, it's not. It's not easier. It's not better. It sucks. I need to be in a library and be like, yo, I gotta go because the bitch gotta write this motherfucking essay. And it's not like I haven't tried it. At the end of last school semester, I should say, when this whole thing started, I was devastated. My friend is a phone call away. I mean, she's always been a phone call away. But the point is, I can't be in a fucking library because they will kick my ass out, you know? So I'm just forced to hit the books. I hate those people who, they have the photogenic memory and they focus so easy and they're great at school. Fuck you, you assholes. Because they're so like, it's not really that hard. Well, fuck you, Brandon, and fuck your photographic memory. You pick up quick off of notes and I don't. Even when I freaking rush in to write notes, I have to reread them a couple times. And it doesn't even help because I have horrible handwriting. Another thing about me too, if I get emails or assignments with just a whole bunch of paragraphs, it makes me not want to read it. I'll try and I'll try and I'll try, but I get distracted. I'll see a word like triumph and be like, wow, I need to improve my vocabulary. How do I learn how to improve my vocabulary? Maybe I'll go to dictionary.com. What kind of words should I search on dictionary.com? Oh, maybe synonyms or antonyms, right? Is that the word? Antonyms? Antonyms? I think that's the opposite, right? A synonym is the same and an opposite of the word is an antonym. Either way, like that, my mind just goes and goes until I'm thinking about my first heartbreak or something cringy. I do a lot of cringy shit, fucking drunk and sober. And it'll be me to think of something cringy that I've done in like 2008. I promise you, I can think of every cringy thing I've ever done. Like I said when this episode started, it's just more for me to vent. I had a long day. I had things I just want to say. And I feel like sometimes you speak to people, but they don't hear you. Or sometimes you speak to them, but they're not in your position, so they don't really care or they don't really understand. Like, I'll talk to my mom. This is the perfect example. I'll talk to my mom, and I was just telling her earlier about the school stuff and how we're going to work till we die and how you need to live your life, especially where this world is headed. The freaking government is out to get us. They'll probably take this off because I just said that. But I was just speaking to her, saying how I feel. And she's like, yeah, like, I get it. I understand you. I feel you, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But I had the same conversation with her before school started, like a couple months ago. And she's like, hey, you need to go to school. It's important that you finish your classes. Bro, you were so finish your classes, finish your school, you can do this. And now you're like, you know what? If you want to call it quits, call it quits. I'll be right behind you every step of the way. Just tell me what to do. Don't agree with me. I'm very indecisive. So if I come to you or if I ask you something, it's because I don't know what to do. I'm not just talking to you for my health. Well, yeah, because I'm venting and this is mental health. So I guess I am talking to you for my health. But my point is, help me, help me. I didn't come to you so we can both be confused. I came to you so you can help me. I was thinking, that I would just speak from my heart or soul or my brain or whatever else spits out of my mouth, it spits out of my mouth. Because how I do my episodes, I would plan them. And I don't script everything that I would say, but I would write down all the points that I wanted to hit and have the juices flow, you know? I think this is one of those episodes that I'm just saying whatever I want to say, and you're here for the ride because you bitches are ride or dies. I know you guys have better things to do like clit licking and dick sucking, but you're here with me. And I appreciate it, unless you are dick sucking and clit eating in this episode. But that'll be weird. You don't play podcasts when you have sex. You should play like music or nothing. Or ASMR porn. I don't know how that thing, I've been trying to figure out like what it is. But like from context clues of how I always hear it, I think it's just porn that you hear. The oh yeah, oh shit, do it again, Johnny. You know, that kind of stuff. Which some guys really like that, but I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. I want to have an episode on us just talking about sex, sexual things. Ooh la la. Ooh la motherfucking la. Again, disclaimer, I am not a whore. I just like to talk about these things. Because I feel like when you speak about sex, especially a female, you're automatically deemed as a hoe or a whore, or you just fuck anything breathing. You know what I mean? I don't like that. But we could save that for another episode because that's a whole nother thing in itself. You want to know something? Out of everything I've done besides like the cheating episode, I think that this episode is more me than anything I've ever put out, because everything was just more like let's talk about a specific topic. But here I'm actually just going and you're listening. And if it wasn't coronavirus, I would give you a big old hug and a sloppy wet one. A kiss. Not head. You dirty little bastards. I think this kind of concludes the end of my rant though, because I have nothing else I want to vent about or nothing else I would like to say. So thank you. I'm glad that I could come to you when I'm feeling down, and I'm glad that you'll be here with me forever. I'm never going to do that voice again because I probably just lost about 3 listeners and I only have 5, so can't afford that. Quick disclaimer, I just wanted to apologize for all the background noise, and I know you heard it because I heard it. It was the cars, the little children, the birds. All these assholes are disrespectful, but thanks for sticking it in there with me. Pause. That's what she said. Thanks for tuning in this week. I hope I gave you something worth listening to.